it's Polina, the movement junkie. I'm back, video number 2. And this one is gonna be on leg mobility. So it's my version of a supported movement, which is something I talk about all the time. And this one, it will be on your back. You will need either a yoga block, a TheraBand will work. In fact, some of you might want to have a TheraBand instead, a sandbag, a book, bag of rice, bag of beans. We're basically going to explore my version of turning gravity upside down because honestly, I think most of us feel like the carpet's been pulled out from under us, and I know that feeling before this, and these are the tools that have kept me grounded, so I wanted to share them with you today. So if you're ready, we're gonna come down to our back on the mat. Depending upon how you are in your body, if you want a little extra support, say your low back is bothering you or neck or shoulders, and you could just put a blanket underneath your low back and bum. You could also take a block. We're gonna start with our left foot. You could take a block behind your right leg or a bolster to support it. And then we're just gonna basically explore what it would feel like to put this block or book, whatever you got, on the bottom of your left foot. And for some of us, that might feel really challenging and really just disconnected and wonky. If that's the case, go ahead and grab the strap. If you can't keep it on there, then that's okay. We're just going to explore connecting with the top of our left leg bone to the bottom of our foot, whatever tool we have to give ourselves relationship between the two. And we're going to do our best, I like to close my eyes, to find our breath and really settle in everywhere. And then feel the energy of your left leg bone reaching all the way through the 3 points of the bottom of that foot. You might move a little bit of the leg bone away from the belly, a little bit towards. Feel the tissue engaging in the back of your hamstring and your glute gently as you move away. And as you push through that heel, it might create some space in that hip crease, that left hip crease. And then maybe some internal, external rotation here. Find a range of motion where it's not too wobbly and grippy. By wobbly, I mean like Find the smooth range of motion wherever that is for you right now. Relaxing another layer in the neck, the shoulders, finding your breath. And maybe just going side to side with that left leg bone. Where can you relax? What do you notice? Is it easier to go out towards the left? Is it easier to go to the right? Do you feel grippy anywhere in your body? What happens if you extend more through your heel? Does that make it easier? And then maybe you'll soften in your left knee if you want a little bit more. You don't have to. You can push through the left leg, feeling a soft bend in that left hip crease. Just really exploring your left leg moving with the relationship of the rest of your body. You'll see my left leg shaking a little bit. That's my nervous system. It's good stuff. And then if you want to make it a little more challenging, I'm moving my stuff out of the way. You want to have clear space to your right, and you may start to roll towards your right side. The goal is to keep, obviously, the block on the left foot. It's a goal, and it's totally fine if it falls, because it will. You guys do this perfectly. See, your first time I'd be shocked. I'm going to take that up from under. Yeah, and you just kind of play with what happens? Like, do I stop? Does my breath stop when I go this way? What's moving? There's a lot of stability over here in this right leg. There's a lot of movement happening in this leg. There's a lot of energy in the foot. Oh, I actually got it. And obviously I've done this before. And you might play with some extension. You might come all the way to the belly. And then the fun part, for me, especially on this side, is to go back up. Again, oops. I was going to explain something that didn't work. But I think you guys get it. So that one's fun to play with. I just wanted to give you guys something where you're supported on your back. So all this can learn to quiet. And you can get more into your legs, which is really grounding energy for any time, but also so important for right now with everything that's going on in the world right now. So when you feel like you're done exploring the left side, just take a pause and just really check in to notice and feel if there's anything different in your body, especially between your left foot, your right foot, your left hip, your right hip. Like for me, my whole pelvis is shifted down towards the left. My whole left side feels just all gooey and relaxed and just lighter, and like there's tingly and energy over here. But whatever you feel is what you feel, even if you're like, I don't feel anything, which would be surprising, but it's possible. But just really take that pause to notice, because something as simple as this, okay, it's challenging, but it's not like a vigorous motion or movement. We're not straining. And yet these are the kind of movements that have opened up my body in ways that have really increased my ability as an athlete and just as a human to be able to move freely in my life. So I love to share this stuff so much. And I mostly work one-on-one, so videos are different, and then I'm going to try to teach some online classes soon, but in fact, after this one, I think I'm going to want to. So let's connect with her right leg bone, top of right leg bone to bottom of right foot. And as soon as that connection happens, really like, what does it feel like to let the tailbone relax and push through your right foot? What does it feel like for some of us just to hold the block? Or for some of us, maybe we have a strap around the bottom of our foot, you know, like whatever is happening. We might be here. I just put it around my big toe, but I mean, you could do both actually. Ooh, that helps. That's like double. But wherever you're at, you're just playing with curiosity and wonder, like, how's my right leg bone move front to back? Oh, is my low back gripping? Do I feel grippiness in any of my tissue around my leg? Even your neck? I mean, your tongue might be gripping. And you just play with that. And for me, really keeping the energy through my heel for me is, and the big toe ball socket is probably the most challenging. And then we'll go ahead and explore what does that internal, external mobility feel like in your leg. Just kind of look at that in relationship with not a grippy tight, like you're holding and you're like, I can do this. It's more like the purpose of this is to relax everything else, not to do it. This is nothing to do. This is not an exercise. This is for curiosity and exploration of movement, and to really build relationship with our mind and our body. We are constantly doing, and right now we're not as much for some of us. I know there's some people in the world right now that are working harder than ever before to save lives. So, and then there's some of us like me that are home all the time right now, enjoying exploring movement. And then maybe that side to side. We did that a little long. Sorry, I got lost. Side to side, relaxing the neck and shoulders. Noticing if I push too hard, my breath stops. Maybe bending in that right hip crease. And I love that part where you push through into extension. Like, we live here so much forward, forward, forward. So to push and move our body back, that's been so powerful for balancing my body. That is way harder. I mean, I can come here all day long, although this used to be harder for me because my hips were so tight. But leg bone mobility has opened up my hips so much. And then again, we can just play with, ooh, what does it feel like to move over to your left side? Keeping that connection. And it's going to be a lot easier if you relax everything, because as you relax everything, you'll have more mobility in the right hip, the right leg. Oh. A lot of blocks falling, I'm sure, and that's okay. I'm going to try one more time just for funsies. Find your breath, find your right foot, wherever you're at. Taking a pause, feeling what you feel. Maybe moving back. Feeling the tissues. Feeling that connection. Woohoo! Wherever you're at, take a pause for a seckie and just feel what it feels like. Hopefully your feet feel a little bit more grounded, your pelvis feels a little heavier, maybe your breath's a little lighter, and maybe you forgot about everything for a little while as you connected with your body. I just want to say thank you, and I know for some of us this was probably harder, and it kind of made me think about doing an online class just for some ankle and foot stuff that would actually make that like so much easier. So maybe I'll do a grounding online class next. So go ahead and encourage me. Okay, friends, thank you for joining me.